Take a trip down Oak Street and open the doors of the Squash and Stretch Gym, and there you'll find one of Toontown's most polarizing celebrities, Coach Z. Coach Z, as mysterious as he is infamous, is perhaps the most important figure in Toontown's history. Like it or not, his videos shaped and changed the entire culture surrounding our community. The way we talk about, interact in, and play Toontown is all influenced by the string of videos he made from 2008 to 2012. Today, I want to go through his channel and analyze what made him such an influential figure in our community. What makes niche internet figures like Coach Z so interesting is that despite the endless knowledge we all have on Coach Z, outside of our community, no one even knows who you're talking about.
Hey!
What?
What are your thoughts on Coach Zucchini quitting Toontown?
I don't care.
So what are your thoughts on Coach Zucchini quitting Toontown?
Who?
So what are your thoughts on Coach Zucchini quitting Toontown?
Are you Coach Zucchini's evil twin? You sound just like him. I'm a huge fan.
Oh no, I'm Mevon.
Oh, the defensive greening guy?
Well, I can't believe you recognize me. I know I have a pretty small channel.
Why does your mic quality keep changing? Why did you take a month to upload 4-minute rant videos? What are you doing?
Your mom.
So when Coach Z uploaded his first video onto what was intended to be a humble ranting channel, I doubt he had any idea how much he would change our community. His first video, Coach Zucchini Introduces Himself, uploaded late August in 2008, is just a quick introduction to what the channel would become. Nothing of note so far. His second video, however, is where we begin to see what he became infamous for. Lesson 1, The Coach Speaks, uploaded a few days later, is really just a cut and dry Coach Z video. Back before there was Speed Chat Plus, there wasn't a lot of ways to call out bad play, so this video chronicled a horrible factory run the coach had, where he called out some of the bad play he saw in the factory. While his tone was a bit harsh, there was nothing of controversy yet. On to his third video, Lesson 2, The Cashbot Mint. Again with this video, there really isn't anything too special about it, but there are a few great quotable lines in here.
One even said, "We can do this," to which Bear With Me wanted to say, "What you mean we, paleface?"
His fourth video was where we begin to see the type of content that made Coach Z famous. While this video is similar in structure to the other two videos preceding this one, being the coach calling out bad play, his delivery and scripting makes this video fantastic to watch, even 9 years later. The doc he's in the building with keeps throwing out low-level gags in the hopes of getting points for them, and we get to watch Coach just rage at this guy.
Okay, after that round, look at Bear With Me. 3 laugh. All because we are not taking the cogs out one by one. Instead, we are putzing around with rakes, banana peels, and bike horns. And even with Bear With Me about to go sad, what does the dog pull out? Another bike horn. Fortunately, the tune-up works, as does the sound. The 2 cogs go down in 2 rounds, and when we face yet another group, he pulls out even another bike horn. You'd think he'd get a hint. In the next round, 3 tunes pull out squirt, and the dog pulls out throw. Now, is this dog stupid or what? The cog is lured. We get all those squirts on him, that cog is definitely done for. But by pulling out a cream pie, he robs the group of a hefty knockback bonus, additional damage bonus, and even opens the possibility that the squirts could miss and the cog would be loose to retaliate.
And who could forget, but at the end of the video, the title he placed made it look like the dog's sound read 0 to go, rather than 0 out of 20, which sparked debate in his comments for years. He has an annotation up now, which is just another example of that classic Coach Z rage. Now, the strangest thing I find with this video is the fact that there's like a minute of just nothing at the end of the video. Coach Z was always the type of guy to go back and add annotations to his videos to patch them up, so I find it weird that he never used YouTube's editor to crop this bit out. This video sparked some controversy. Why was this dude screaming at presumptively kids for bad play in a kids game? And before the question could really get discussed any further, he disappeared, gone from his YouTube channel. It wouldn't be until about a half year later that he would return with a simple apology video and what is perhaps his most infamous video. On June 1st, 2009, Coach Z released what is to this day his most popular video. Everyone in the community knows this one because it's honestly a classic. You can go to any Toontown community and just start quoting lines from the video and you'll get a guaranteed laugh. Preventing cog damage begins with a simple lesson from Coach Z before going into a rant on bad play. But what puts this video on a level above any of his previous ones is not only the degree of ineptitude shown in the video, but the genuine rage exhibited by the coach. Everything starts normally on the first floor of this building and, apparently Yippee is sad, as some kind of foreshadowing to the bloodbath awaiting on the upper floors. Then the bad play commences.
On to the second floor. Dog uses a small lure, and Rabbit uses tune-up. The rabbit was the only one hurt. Tune-up won't do him or his teammates any good at all. On to the third floor. Dog is down only 15 of his 54 laugh, and he is calling for a tune-up. Well, we have 2 loose cogs and 1 on the way. If everyone hurries, we can get rid of the 2, lure the approaching one, and then do tune-ups.
The bad play starts to compound, and even in the building we can see that Coach Z is starting to seethe with anger. Slowly their situation keeps getting worse. The rabbit keeps using sound on lured cogs, and when things possibly couldn't get any worse, we get what I think is everyone's favorite Coach Z moment.
And 3 more come out. Now, more than ever, they need to hurry. But the rabbit doesn't. Now we are facing 4 instead of 1. Nice going, rabbit. Oh, and he chooses sound. How did I know that was coming? And they get hit bad. And immediately, the rabbit pulls out sound again, even after Peanut tried to pull out lure, so everyone could get tuned up. What is this rabbit thinking? All Peanut can do is pull out the foghorn and hope that works. And the dog cries for another tune-up. We know already. Shut up! And the sound is not enough. Thanks, Rabbit. And the cat goes sad. And another cog shows up. Now we have to lure and tune up, and everyone has to hurry. So the first thing Peanut pulls out is a lure. And the stupid rabbit pulls out sound. You stupid, stupid, stupid rabbit! And does the dog hurry so we don't have a 4th cog? No! You stupid, stupid, stupid dog! Look, Toons, the lure worked. Had the others passed or done tune-ups, we would be safe. But because the rabbit insisted on sound, first the rabbit goes sad. And because the dog did not hurry, the last cog makes the dog and Peanut go sad.
I mean, this video is like poetic justice. The rabbit goes sad for spamming sound, and even after, the dog goes sad because he refused to hurry and decided to beg for a tune-up. Now, not everyone saw it this way. Coach Z's anonymity was once again being called into question. Why did he choose to keep not only his voice, but himself so anonymous? Was a potentially grown man yelling at kids in a kids game? It was around this time that people started pitch-shifting Coach Z's videos to see who the man behind the mask was, and it confirmed a lot of suspicions. He was indeed a grown man yelling at kids in a kids game. Listen to the same clip, but with the pitch shifted.
So the first thing Peanut pulls out is a lure. And the stupid rabbit pulls out sound. You stupid, stupid, stupid rabbit! And does the dog hurry so we don't have a 4th cog? No! You stupid, stupid, stupid dog! Look, Toons, the lure worked. Had the others passed or done tune-ups, we would be safe. But because the rabbit insisted on sound, first the rabbit goes sad. And because the dog did not hurry, the last cog makes the dog and Peanut go sad.
It kinda made me wonder. The coach is an adult, and obviously very methodical in what he does, and this whole pitch shifting business has got me curious. Is there some kind of hidden secret in Lesson 3's Minute of a Black Screen? Well, the video was on my hard drive, and I pitch shifted it, and this was what I found.
Congratulations on finding this hidden clip. You're obviously dedicated to my channel. I want you to continue looking for secrets in my videos, so you might find a trail that leads to a hidden video of mine.
It was then that I realized that by continuing my analysis of Coach Z's content, I'd be able to potentially uncover some sort of hidden Coach Z video. So I continued my search. Following Preventing Cog Damage, Coach Z released his most controversial video. Even today, if you scroll down into the comments, you'll see people debating it. The video, Bad Behavior, Sneaking Your Way Through the Factory, follows Coach Z and a red monkey trying to sneak through the factory without fighting. Coach immediately takes an issue with this, and discerns that the monkey is trying to be an Uber, but also trying to obtain Cellbot suit parts without endangering himself. The one clip that always struck me as odd was when Coach loops him checking the monkey's gags, like he wants us to notice something more, and then it dawned on me. It's the monkey's laugh. Why else would he loop this clip so many times and never directly comment on the monkey's laugh? I realized then that the number 18 had to be important. The big controversy with this video comes from its ending. When Coach and the monkey reach the foreman, he waits for the monkey to choose a gag, but he never does. Coach effectively greens the monkey. Now, Toontown ethics are definitely a funny subject, and one you can see me discuss at way greater lengths in other videos, but Coach greening the monkey was subject to a lot of debate. Should Coach have let the monkey die? Should he have just finished the factory with him? The conversation rages on in the comments. The next stretch of Coach Z videos are just general tutorials on how to play the game. They aren't boring necessarily, just not the type of content that made him such a polarizing figure. The next video of interest was released on September 18th, 2010, and called How Not to Take on the DA's Office. This is probably my favorite Coach Z video, just for all the hilarious quotes to come out of this one. This one begins much like his video on the Mint, with two toons that really shouldn't be in the DA's office. They immediately come up to a puzzle room, and Coach attempts to solve Find the Skulls. This falls apart when one of the toons tries to help, triggering some laser cogs. So after the battle, Coach says this.
Reminds me of an old episode of Reboot, where some of the characters shouted, "We are helping! We are helping!" when they were doing anything but.
See, that line always struck me as weird. Reboot is such an obscure thing to reference, and Coach literally references nothing like it ever again. And if you look it up, it's just some garbage-looking Canadian 3D animated cartoon from the 90s that literally no one cares about. So I realized, maybe Reboot would somehow be important to solving this puzzle, and I tucked it away to the back of my mind. The two toons attempt the next puzzle and trigger another battle, and I think this clip speaks for itself.
They managed to survive that round of attack, but the cogs undid all the tune-up they just did. What a waste. So, do they lure now? No! The bear calls his doodle, which does an epic fail! And the monkey pulls out a lipstick. Too little, too late. You cannot keep up with the damage these laser cogs dish out. You have to try and destroy them. But what are they trying to do? Why, tune up them to death! Smart, real smart. And it takes only 3 of the 4 to send them both back to the playground. And Peanut gets a parting, "You stink," from the bear. No, your play stinks. Peanut just didn't rescue you, that's all.
This video did spark some controversy, seeing as Coach leaves those two toons to go sad, but not nearly as much as the factory video. After this video was probably Coach's worst period for content. His uploads became inconsistent, and it was obvious that his passion for video making was beginning to wane. The only 2 videos of note is firstly, Thank You, where he mentions a toon who should go nameless for disrupting his meetups. Remember this for later. The second one is Building Marathon Results, just because it has the best Coach Z quote in it.
When the host says, "Please stay off the gazebo," he means, "Please stay off the gazebo!"
And finally, we come to Coach Z's last video, titled Final Video for Disney's version of Toontown. It used to be titled Coach Z's Final Video before he did a few live streams on Toontown Infinite and Rewritten. The video was released on July 17th, 2012, and serves as a 13-minute long manifesto outlining everything Coach Z found wrong with Toontown. If you somehow haven't seen it, and are interested in seeing a very well-constructed criticism of Toontown, not only the game but the community, then I really recommend watching it. No summary I provide can really do it justice. Essentially, the main points he makes are that Disney's lack of updates to the game have made it not worth it for him to play, the community has only gotten worse and more toxic over time, and running his YouTube channel had been causing him nothing but grief. There really isn't too much I can poke fun at or highlight as a clip from here, unless I were to just show the whole thing. It is a really well-constructed video that any Toontown player should watch. There is, however, one thing of note in the video. He names the toon he didn't want to give attention, that toon being Dragon, the toon of Coach Z's evil twin, who started as a parody channel of Coach Z. Why mention Dragon now, but not before? And then it hit me. I had 3 pieces of information. The number 18, the show Reboot, and the toon Dragon. I started investigating Reboot, and discovered that it was animated in Vancouver. So I had a city and a number. And I realized that it had to be referring to an address, so I started scouring Vancouver street names until I discovered Whale Street. And what is on the Welsh flag? A dragon. A red dragon. The hidden Coach Z video had to be at 18 Whale Street in Vancouver. So I booked a flight, packed my bags, and took off. Now, before I show my journey and discovery of the Lost Coach Z episode, I just want to cover that after his last video, Coach Z did a few kind of bland live streams on Toontown Infinite and Rewritten, before disappearing into obscurity once again. Where is he now? No one can really say. I just hoped that this hidden video would give us some kind of insight. So I took off to Vancouver. Well, here I am landing in Vancouver, guys. And finally, I found the place.
Unless Street View lied, this should be the place. Oh my god, there it is!
Hey, get out of my line! What are you doing?
So I made my way back home.
Hey there, Toons! Coach Z here with another video. Today's video is about 9/11 and how it's actually an inside job. Now if you take a look at the planes, you'll see that it was actually... What? Bush? That reminds me of an old episode, a reboot, where some of the characters said, we are helping, when they were doing anything but.